Flex Luther, Morgan Snicker Room. So much soul about to bust out the room. All different flavors, way more than 32. From these shoes, you can't mess with these dudes. Nike Reeboks, about to sock the knees. Golden Goose is on dude.
What's up, guys? Welcome to another episode of Soul Brothers, hosted by yours truly, Flex Luther, and none other than Morgan Snicker Room. Today, guys, we are blessed with a guest. Mr. Miller, what's up? What's new? And how you feeling, my guy?
Feeling blessed, man. Good to see y'all fellas, man. Looking good, looking good.
I like it, man.
Good to have you here, man.
Appreciate that invite, man. Real time. I got that deal. I was like, oh!
It's time. Today is the day.
Yeah. I met you guys on TikTok, man. Been following y'all for a while, man. Respect y'all hustle and y'all grind, man. Y'all some real cats, man. Appreciate the opportunity.
Appreciate it, man. Yeah. So with this whole thing with the TikTok ban, man, we trying to join you over on Instagram.
Nah, man. You just expanded your reach. You didn't join me.
That's
you just
fair,
expanded your reach. I think people been a little bit salty about the ban, but I'm like, man, y'all can still take those things in good qualities, man. Just come on over. They are good people. I understand like people getting upset about it, like people thinking Instagram folks and gatekeeping, man. There's some good folks, and I hope I can meet some good folks that come over and meet me, and we can still do our thing, man. Real talk.
No, I like the people on Instagram because I've said it before. I feel like a lot of people on Instagram, like there's a lot of knowledgeable sneakerheads on Instagram. Where on TikTok, I felt like there was a lot of times where I was showing people things for the first time.
You were,
and that was good and bad. It was good because like a lot of people really got onto a lot of different brands, but then bad because people they'd never miss an opportunity to say like, oh, we're not wearing those, like, stuff like that.
Was one of the things that's what gravitated me to you, because I wasn't wearing those.
Right.
I found value in finding other joys, and I think that was what I've been collecting for over 30 years. So that's one of the joys that I found in collecting, was just finding new loves. And I think when I met you, it was like you was doing the dadas, you was doing you was making sure they pronounce
no dadas, bro. One no dadas in there, bro. Don't do that. Bro was on the K Swiss and the Starberries, man. Like, nah, don't do. No dadas. I had some Diodoras.
Yeah,
I had some Diodoras.
But you, man, when I did meet you, man, you had a lot of stuff that I hadn't seen before. You was refreshing to see you and bring your kicks to the table, and be like, even how many you had with the days was entertaining. The way you can view stuff, even meeting when I met Flex as well, like the way he would y'all jab, the camaraderie y'all had saw, and then the way he would see his view, it was like y'all were like two individuals that I had met in that style of that lane of sneakers, and I was like, yo, this is dope, like. This is y'all some talk. Like, I like this, like, and entertaining.
That's why if Flex fires me and gets a new co-host, bro.
No, man.
This gonna flop, bro. This pod gonna flop, bro. If he fires me and gets a new co-host, the pod gonna flop. Because the chemistry ain't there.
On time, bro. Whoever I hire, at least they on time.
You gonna be, bro? What you mean on time, bro?
Look, my man.
All right, go ahead.
I sent the link for the pod at 10 o'clock. We agreed to it. He's like, oh, so
we didn't agree on 10 o'clock.
We've been recording at 10 o'clock for like the last year and a half, bro.
How? On Monday? On Monday.
I'm usually on the court by 10:30. All right, at 10 o'clock, that's when you gonna tell me. Cool, I like it, but
bro.
But it's all right.
I've been on. You don't just get to move away now, bro. Every Monday night, bro, I am on the court until 10:30 p.m. But it's all good. I'm here now. Hey, what did Ashanti say? I'm not always there when you call. Oh wait, no, never mind. It's the other way around. It's the other way around.
Remix that.
That boy sleeping. But let's get into what we wore. For the day. Mr. Miller, if you like to show your pair off what you put on feet today.
Yeah, today was back to work day. It's been snowing in the rock, but these Southerners don't know how to act when they have some snow. So I'm keeping it with the blue. So I'm gonna pull out The Joe Fresh
Ooh.
Good. I'm gonna pull out
Keisha
these,
Blue.
man. Them Keishas, man. I fell in love with this shoe from Love at First Sight. Belly is probably one of my favorite movies, and soundtracks to be able to master too. I love that Supreme drop. I had to get the shirt. I got the shirt.
I got the shirt.
Yeah, so I had to get the shoes.
Look,
So
hey, I wore the shirt. I wore the shirt to teach tennis in, and I forgot on the back it says America eats its young. Yeah, it says.
Yeah,
And so,
you're right.
and so, like, I'm wearing the shirt. I think it's fire, right? And like, I don't expect the kids to they just, oh, that's cool. But I had a kid say, "What does America eats their whatever mean?" And I was like, "Oh God,
oh, dang, my bad."
I forgot it. Some of those Supreme shirts, man. Like, I put them on for work, and then I look at it, it's like, oh, I can't wear this. Like,
man,
it's not gonna work.
Don't worry. I've worn the little Kim shirt to basketball practice, and I forgot it. You know how you put the hoodie on,
You put
and you got the Supreme shirt on. You ain't thinking, you just looking for the Supreme feel and the cut. And it got hot. Man, I took that hoodie off, and I was coaching the kids, and my wife was like, "Put your hoodie back on." And that's the one. She full fat. My bad. Like, I was just.
I have that shirt. I got the shirt because like it's iconic. That's an iconic.
Like that's iconic.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I've never worn it. I've never worn it. I've never worn it.
Man, I've worn that shirt many times. I love it. That's my heartthrob. That's like no different than the other folks wearing the Saved by the Bell chick, Kelly, wearing that on the shirt. That ain't no different,
Yeah.
The old school folks, man. I remember my one of my high school folks had the Wonder Woman poster on. It ain't no different. That was on. That was.
But where it would be different? It would be different if I wore it around some tennis players, some kids, bro. It would be different then.
Yeah, believe me, I understand to get the looks. It looks like
it would be like why are you wearing that? Yeah.
What you selling, man? What you selling?
Yeah.
What message you trying to push here, buddy?
Nah, I'm just selling. That's my era of hip hop. You know what I'm saying? That's just what I was raised in. I'm old.
Yeah.
I like
Flex,
it.
what you wear today, man?
I pulled out my Phoebas. Retro 12 Chinese New Year. I haven't worn these a lot, as you can see. So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna throw these on. I threw on me a gray sweatsuit, and I'm like, all right, let's do it.
That's the Chinese New Year release?
Yeah.
Oh, bet.
Yeah.
It is time. All these different Lunar New Year, Chinese New Year sneakers are coming out, man.
Yeah, we got
time.
the snake. The snake just dropped.
Yeah.
Collection, a year of the snake.
I'm already lining up for that Kobe that's releasing in China.
It's a year of the Mamba. Yep.
Yeah, I already got that one lined up. It's already in the scope.
Which one though? The red one?
The red one. I'm doing that Euro step, bro. I'm doing that Euro step. I'm not that eggplant. I just didn't want that colorway. I couldn't even hit on the shirt.
Damn.
Yeah. Today I wore a sneaker that says Morgan Knows Ball. This is the 2016 Nike Spiridon international flag. This sneaker had a moment in 2016, and now that the Spiridon is coming back, went ahead, pulled these things out. I got that black, gray, and like orange, team orange pair.
Yeah.
That just released recently. I've got that on the way, but
I remember that pair. That pair you hold right there. I remember that, man.
Yeah, this had a little moment, man. This had a little moment back in 2016. So this is what I wore today. I wore them the entire time I was coaching today. Very comfy. Back isn't hurting. So yeah, these were it.
Nice.
I like it. Well, we're gonna hop right into it. Mr. Miller, you mentioned that you've been collecting for 30 years, which is, that's a badge right there. That's a badge 3 times.
Yeah.
Oh man, that great old
that great
that great, man.
Wisdom. That's wisdom, man. That's what that means.
Kids,
Wisdom. That's
man.
all that. That man holding all that wisdom over there. But in your personal opinion, what has been, since you've been collecting, what has been the best year for sneakers?
Like 1 year, no decade, like a year.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
That's a baited question. It's
Oh, yeah.
hard for me to answer because I treat it like my first love. Like you got that first love,
Mm-hmm.
and then you lose it, and then you got one that you got to lose that you understood you got it. Then you won. You got the one time you married. So my best year, I think my best year collecting was probably 01 to 02 was my time. Because that's when I was really got my feet was heavy deep in it. Like I knew I was in it because, okay, so y'all, I'm old. So folks don't know, I graduated in 97. So I graduated in 97. I was 17 and I started working that summer at Athlete's Foot during the summer. And I was working at Blockbuster as well. So I was making dough. So all my money I was making from the shoe store, I was flipping for shoes. But it took me a while to understand. I was done money. I was done. Y'all know how it is. You get your first check. You know what I'm saying? You just blowing. I had 2 jobs. I was like, I don't care, mama. I'm buying.
Yeah.
And I had to get my head bopped. You know what I'm saying? You know, you buy stupid stuff for your car. You know, but when I knew I met an OG, and he knew I had that. I had that love for it. You know, I talked about it. I wanted to tell me about it. I was into the East Bays and all that. Heck, he knew me and he was like, yo, young man, he's like, yo, if you gonna do this, you need to line it up right, man. You just spending on frugal stuff you know you ain't gonna wear it. You just want to say you got it. And at that point, that's when it made sense to me. So I had went through college and, you know, you go to my first year of college, you know, I'm still I'm still trying to figure out my fashion.
Yeah.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So about 2001, I had figured it out and shoes that was it. It was over because you got to go through that stage of figuring it out, like what you love. Like, and I had the funds, but it was like I just didn't have I was just wide eyed and bushy tailed. I was just buying stuff, you know, and my OG had told me, he was like, I see what you're doing, but you're doing it wrong. And he was like, listen, if you gonna do all that, know what you buying. Cause like, when you gonna do what you gonna do with that? And he take me to the crib. He giving away 10. This is what I'm talking about. I got nothing to do with this. I don't have nothing. So I learned my ways is learning from the OGs, and I'm trying to pass that down. Like, man, you don't need everything to come out. Like when you got 17 blue shoes, what's that blue shoe gonna get you is different. Like but you know what I'm saying? Like, figure it out. So I just have to say, for me, it was probably that 2000 through 2001, because that's when I really wasn't nothing. Everything that was in sight was getting caught, but it was getting caught, you know, surgically.
Can you name some of the pairs from 01, 02 that really like stuck out to you during those years?
Bro, I'm sitting there. If I turn my head, man, I can see the 2001 metallic 5s, fire red 5s. I'm looking at 3s from that generation. I'm looking at Jordan 2s. I can point and click on where we talking about OG Space Jam, OG cool grades. Like I'm pulling out first run Flints. Like what we talk oxidized first runs. Oh, I'm sorry, Morgan. We can talk about some trainers too. We can talk about some Bo Jacksons over here, 91 Air Max re-releases. We could talk about the full run of trainer ones that was coming slightly. Like we can run. Like I got receipts. I'm not finna sit up here and call myself an OG because I got gray in my beard. I got receipts. That's the one thing you got to bring around me. You can't say that term and not have no receipts.
Yeah, there's some people with gray in their beard who are new. So
I need receipts, man.
Yes, sir.
OG in your name on me. I don't care you because you 45 and 46, 48, calling yourself no OG. I need them receipts.
Yeah, nah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna need them receipts.
Flex, what's your favorite year collecting?
Man, it's got to be either 2012 or 2014. 2012, I really missed out on a lot. I had the Olympic sevens, the playoffs had dropped. A lot of pairs I missed in 2012. And then 2014 we just seen a lot of great stuff drop.
Yeah.
And 2012 was just that year that got away from me. Like that's really when I realized what I was doing. I was kind of like Mr. Miller. I really figured out, okay, I was
That's
09,
it.
08, I was buying shoes, but I really wasn't. I
Yeah.
was just buying shoes. But by
Yeah.
that time, 2011, 2012, I was like, okay, this is what I
That's
want.
it.
This is how, yeah. That's when I found my space, my path right there.
And that 12
Yeah.
year,
Yeah.
man, that's when trainers was heavy, man. That's when Nike was giving us all the eight. Like that year, that when you said 12, that just makes me jump because that's when all the trainers was coming out, man. I didn't miss the trainer ones, like SC train. They hit us with some gems that whole year.
They did.
They really did. Like they really, speaking of that year, that was probably my second year because I got to relive my first love that I never got to partake in, which was the Trainer One and the Mac Attack. I never got to get into that. I missed it. Like and that was they really kind of started. So that's a good year, Flex.
Yeah. For me, I gotta agree with Flex, except I'm gonna go back a year. The 2011 to 2012, mostly because 2011. I mean, I joined the military the end of 2010. 2011, I was out of boot camp, and I was, doing the job, making my own money. Like, finally had time to go and spend it. And a lot of the sneakers that had just been on the internet and I was looking at on my phone and on the computer were becoming real. So with finally being able to really cop whatever I wanted, not whatever I wanted, but daggone near everything I wanted, that felt just that feeling like I can't go back to it, right? Like, I think that's why I'm so disillusioned with a lot of the releases now.
Yeah.
Because the last time the playoffs, or when the playoffs dropped back in, the playoff 12 dropped back in what, 2013? What we say, 2013?
2012.
Yeah, it's about 2012 to 2013.
2012.
One of those, yeah.
That was this is my first chance to get the shoe, right? And now, they're coming back out again in 2025, right?
Yeah.
And it's just it's not new anymore. It's not shiny. It's not the taxis. What did I say?
Yeah.
Playoffs.
Yeah.
The taxis.
Yeah.
The taxis, bro. It's 11:30 p.m. Everybody. Sorry. The taxis. So it's not new anymore. So 2012, everything was new. I had the funds and the access to sneakers, and that really, it was like dry grass to a fire, bro. It was
Bro,
incredible.
When you said military, I forgot you was in the military. I'm a base brat myself. So so I was raised on a military base or near a military base.
Yeah.
And bro, that's how I was cooking. In 2000s, bro, I was flipping them Air Force Ones, bro. I had the base exchange. Old lady had me by the way. She would be reaching out to other bases, having stuff shipped. Your boy was hustling the BX, man. That was my first credit card. Flex
tax
free.
Tax free. The military star.
BX,
You put it on the military
I put
star.
it on the military star, my gang. Don't shoot me. Don't come get me. But your boy's first credit card was the star card, boy. It was.
They never got me, bro. Military star never got me.
They got me, bro. They got me. They
never got me.
They hustled me. I ain't doing bad because I was scared. I was like, you putting that up, that's gonna get back to your daddy. I'm like, well, I ain't trying to.
Yeah, exactly. Yep.
Now I gotta ask, because you talked about the fire red fives and the metallic fives, and you're talking the early 2000s. So this was the first time that they're getting a retro.
Yeah.
And it's crazy because when I started collecting, it was retro. I didn't have Air Jordan. It was Air Jordan retro. So what was that like? Seeing that retro being added on to the Air Jordan. What was that like?
Well, I remember when that 2000 and 2001 runs came out. It was like a kid in a candy store, because we, I remember more specifically the metallic fives because I always wore mine with white laces. And like everybody ragged me was like, yo, why you putting white laces? I like, yo, that's the way Mike wore them, you know. And I always stood on business on that one. And I like even now I still be ragging people like if you get a metallic fives and I know you was slighting me because y'all said I was wrong, I want my apology. So I just remember copping that because that's like the first time you got close to the mic. That's the closest you got because that's all that stuff was coming out around that time. You didn't care about the quality was deep. You didn't have to worry about quality. You didn't have to worry about height. These were 230 cops. You knew the price was not negotiable. Nobody argued about the price. It was you got to meet a lot of people. You built friendships during that time because when you got the nod, like when you saw people around the early 2000s in certain stuff, you doing that. You're neck turning. So it was fun because it was fun. It was safe too. Let me say that. It was safe too. We didn't have frosters. We didn't have fake. We knew about the Chinese distributors with the SpongeBob 11s. You know, we knew about you know what I'm saying? We knew that stuff was out there, but if you saw somebody that was a real one, oh man, it was just the pure and the collectors around there, we didn't beat our shit. Like I don't remember early around there, we didn't like if you beat it, we was like, you got another pair at the house. But now you see these kids, they straight to the court, straight to the club. It was like the appreciation time was different. And so I stayed, you know, at that time I was just staying to the collecting thing. And that's why I collected so much. You know, I collected so much and I had to take a break. The only reason why I took a break because I had to move.
Yeah. That's tough.
Yeah, moving with sneakers is so crazy. That's
my mama told me one time, and I moved 3 hours away. She was like, "I am not. You will not leave me like this." Because I moved upstate to I'm in Little Rock now, but I lived in Fayetteville where the Arkansas Razorbacks play. So it's like 3 hours away from me, and I had just a room, closets of sneakers, man, and no organization. I was just literally y'all seen the cats on TikTok with the whole, that's how my stuff looked. And I was just dead, well, you know, dead boxes. Y'all remember them OG Nike boxes? People like, you ain't got the box, bro. If you got a box that's 25 years old, good luck to you. Cause it's like, you're one Tetris move away from that whole box is gone. If you don't know how to do the right, y'all know the Tetris when you stick your hand in your lift and you gotta pull it out. You know, y'all know the Tetris move.
Hey, sometimes you gotta go to the stack next to it,
Thank
bro.
you.
You gotta go to the stack.
Y'all don't understand about the Tetris. But, you know, it was so much fun collecting and just knowing that you can get it, and it was so widely available, and it was just the joy. You got to enjoy the game. And around that, you was excited that's when the 23 is back was coming. That's when, you know, y'all remember that when you saw the calendar, you know, I'm bringing back memories. And then the East Bay was kicking off too. And we would go through that's how you get the 16.5s in Little Rock, Arkansas. Or I'm sitting in Oklahoma getting the 18.5s. I'm getting them off eBay. I'm not getting them from, they don't have that. You didn't understand. That was our Bible.
Nah. I'm still looking for It's crazy because I was only 4 years old, but the 1999 East Bay UNC 14s, they was an East Bay exclusive. I'm still looking for a pair my size. I found a pair, but they're like a size 11. I'm like, I'm good.
Sound like my size.
Yeah, you can pay $4,000 for them. I'm not paying $4,000. Yeah, $4,000 for them.
Yeah, you're right. My bad.
That's like
my bad.
People see them. I seen them. I had posted a picture of shoes that I had already had at a releasing this year. It was like, man, did you? I was like, bro, I was collecting. Like those Mellow 12s, I had them.
Yeah.
Them OGs sit right over there. Like, what are we talking about? Like, I don't need it's refreshing to be able to sit back and, you know, not have to worry about buying it, but watching the young people enjoy it. But I do feel left out. I do feel that.
Just hop in and grab up here.
No, but I mean, what's the point? I'm not in the doubling up anymore. I don't double up anymore. Like I don't. The double up pair is for them two young boys up there. That's my double up money. My double up money is making sure they get what they want. So I don't even get the advantage point of doing that. You know what I'm saying? So, but I'm glad that other people are happy. I mean, don't let nobody steal your joy, man. That's the one thing I tell people is don't let nobody steal your joy. If you love that shoe, then love it.
Love it. Yep. Exactly.
Don't let nobody tell you no.
Yep.
Yeah, that's like gaining your stripes when you're collecting, man. You that second go around and you already got it, and you like, oh, they releasing again.
Yeah,
and this is like this is like my first year where I'm seeing I got the black toes that drop, the black cements, the white cements, gammas, all that stuff I done had. So it's just like I can get them if I want to.
I'm just sitting here like what new? I'm still over here. What New Balances I'm finna cop? What Asics I'm finna pull up? Like I'm sitting over here. I got 3 gel like NYCs in the car right now. You know what I'm saying? Like what we doing? Like
Gel NYC that's a phenomenal model.
That's a phenomenal model, man. It is
a phenomenal.
Yes.
Do you have the Bodega pair?
No, I just have the hidden pair. I just have the hidden. That was my first. That was my first. I fell in love with that. You know, I'm an Eagles fan, so I fell in love with the colorway off the muscle. But the design was so crazy, man. I tried for them, just didn't hit. So I ended up getting them on the rebound, and man, I didn't know that model. That's my first time wearing that model, and I was like, what have I been doing? And I'm like, this is what collecting is about. You don't look, you know what I'm saying? Like you don't even care. Like you just don't care. Like this is damn the hype. Like put the hype aside. That's a dope shoe. Got 3 pair in the car right now. Got 3.
The Bodega pair. The Bodega pair is an incredible sneaker because it's got like you know how Bodega does, bro. They do like you gonna get a little bit of everything in that sneaker, right? And like I don't know what it is. When I switched over to Asics, like you know from Jordan to Asics, and New Balance and all those, like generational back pain just like dissipated, bro. Dissipated, bro. Yeah. Like
generational back pain.
Generational back pain was like.
You ain't lying. Like your feet start to spread out. You get the natural. Yep. The thing what I've learned over the past 3 years about shoes is am I wearing the right size? Because like when you get older, your feet health is everything. Like your feet health is your wealth.
Yeah.
Like certain
everything
shoes
else
is like they was all like my feet. You know, the doctor told me a long time ago that you got Nike feet. I was like, "What you talking about?" He's like, "Man, all year." Because at some time, you know, wearing certain shoes that I would wear certain shoes like trainers. They got that curved toe, 6s curved toe. Like everything I was going through, all the shoes I've always loved is curved toe. So my toes will always be that curve. He's like, but you got to have some separation. So putting stuff, wearing the right socks and ventilation. Like I'm learning with getting New Balances and Asics, and you know I'm learning all about what is foot comfort. I remember working at Athlete's Foot and having to learn all the models of New Balance. That's what I gotta get. I'm back to basics, man. Back to basics.
Yeah,
I like it.
But you know, it's so much. It's because like I was into the style of New Balance and like I was into the style of them first, and then I don't know how, but this has to be like a rite of passage where you just start learning like what the numbers mean, and then you're just like, oh well, technically this is a trail shoe. Like this shoe's for running and that shoe's for walking.
Yeah.
You know, so I don't know why, but just becoming a fan of those other brands kind of turns you into not even turns you into, but it enhances your sneaker nerddom. You know what I mean?
It's a different level. You're leveling up.
Yeah, but you talking about the doctor talking about Nike feet, man. Like I was just thinking today with these with the Spiridons, man. I had to unlace it like one aglet, because it was just so tight. Just getting the wrong size, right? Like I feel like the difference between a 10.5 and 11 in Nike is like catastrophic, right? Like if you get half a size down, like it's catastrophic. That is
Yep.
like,
You
bro,
gotta
go
you're,
from-
and the way they're doing these when they doing these retros, cause like
Mhm.
it's so weird. Because okay, so they did the Nike Training Ones last year. They put the
Mhm.
OG model on there. That joint feel like an 11.5.
yeah,
Then they brought back the Dion's last year too. I could
Mhm.
wear an 11, but those are tight. I'm
Yeah.
like, what is that? And then these the ATCs that just dropped those pink joints.
Mhm.
I got an 11.5 because I'm figuring because I got the black lavas. So
yeah,
I'm like 11.5 fits like an 11. So I get an 11.5 in the pink. They
Mhm.
fit like a 12.
Mm.
yeah.
They run big. Like what's like I just need but the box is telling me that. So if they putting it in that OG box, they giving you that OG cut, and so you gotta go. You gotta act accordingly. So and because
Mhm.
they did the same thing with the Hirachis, they put it in that OG box, and I played them smart, and I got that 11.5, and it's ended up being perfect.
Yeah. But think about the people who aren't nerding out about this stuff.
Man,
Like the average everyday person buying sneakers. They don't know these things. And they
Mhm.
might end up getting a pair and just trying to be like, hey, I got an 11.5. I actually need a 12. Do you mind if I exchange it? And they like get laughed out the store because the shoes sold out a week ago. Right? Like, you know what I mean? Like, I know people have been there.
We all been
Yeah,
there. That's what I'm
right?
saying. Like we all been there in
Yeah.
that position. Like, why didn't y'all tell me to go such and such a half size up on it? Because I would have done it. Because and then what normally people in the social media world, man, these shoes don't fit right. And if you would have known that, somebody could have bought that shoe.
I think it's Kith actually that is putting in now with their sneakers is like we suggest going like true to size. We suggest going
Mhm.
up half a
Yeah.
size, right? Like I
Yeah.
think it's Kith that's doing that now. And I think that's really useful because like they understand
Mhm.
that
Mm-hmm.
like a 10.5, like and this is what I said when I was at Foot Locker, because let's talk about the Hirachis real quick. If
Mhm.
you get a Hirachi in a red box, right? And I'm an 11, right? I know daggone well I need to get an 11.5 or a 12. I
Yeah.
don't need a 12 in any other sneaker than a Hirachi.
Yeah.
But when I'm
Yeah.
trying to sell the sneaker to people and they say, "Oh, well, I'm a 10." And I say, "Do you usually wear a 10 or like for the Hirachi?" "Oh, no, I'm a 10. Like that's what I usually wear." And I try to tell them like your shoe size is not like it's not set in stone.
Or you get
Right?
that
It is a
weird look.
baseline.
Listen, you get that weird look when you try to put a little, what's the machine out, the contraction when you say stand up,
the
put your
Braddock.
heel. Yeah, like they think that is disrespect, but I'm like, you'll be surprised
Yeah.
what you'll learn.
Look,
Yeah.
what I started doing, I started bringing the box out what the size I thought, because if I bring out their size and it doesn't fit, they're not going to buy it, right? But if I bring out the size I think they need to wear
Boom.
and just put it on them, right? How's that fit? Oh, it's perfect. It's perfect. All right. Well, I went ahead and got you the 11.5 because it fits a little big. Hey, bro, I do what I got to do to make a sale, bro.
Yeah,
Like,
nah.
I started
I'm saving
noticing.
you the return, me getting the
Yeah.
charge back, somebody taking the
Yep.
credit,
Exactly. But like, yeah, like your shoe size is not set in stone, and I think people think that like, oh, well, I'm a 10.5 and everything. And if you go through my closet, you'll see 10s, you'll see 9.5s in the Air Force Ones. You'll see 11.5s.
Yeah,
I got some 11.5s in there.
1 or 2 10.5s. That's about the lowest I'll go, is about a 10.5.
Yeah.
That's about the
Yeah,
lowest.
I don't see how those people be going 2 or 3 sizes. Like I do like
Nah.
I'm a 9.5 and I do a 9 or a 10. But I know people that be like 9.5, like, yeah, I got these in a 11.5. I'm like, 11.5.
The only one that I can jump
Yeah.
up that high will probably be them book ones, or I can jump up to a 12. Like I seriously can jump up a 12 in them book ones because they got so much padding in them.
Mm-hmm. Air Max Pluses, I needed to get an 11.5 for them.
Yeah, Air Max Plus.
I needed to go up half a
97s.
size.
Them 97s. Whew. Them Air Max
Yeah, you gotta
97.
go up.
That's a lot.
I
You
was
gotta
not.
go up.
I was not
But
familiar. And I
you
got a
notice
9.
it's all Nikes. It's all Nikes,
Oh,
bro.
Nike.
Air Force. Like if I see here, and this is if you don't believe us, right? Air Force Ones. Flex, what's your Air Force One size?
9.5. I'm just going. I only have one pair of Air Force Ones.
Okay.
9.5.
Mr. Miller, what's your Air Force One size?
It's 11.
So my Air Force One size is a 9.5.
Yeah,
Right.
mine's an 11.
And then Jordan One size. What's your Jordan One size?
9.5.
What
My
year?
10.5.
What
That's
year?
crazy.
Let's go 2015. So we all 2016,
11.
26.
I'm
9.5.
11. So like I'm 9.5 for Air Force One because I don't want to crease them, right? Like I'm trying to keep it.
Where you
You
get them Air
know.
Force Ones from? Where you get
Bro,
them
I
Air
got the
Force Ones?
Supreme
My
Fit. I got the
11s,
linens,
no,
bro.
Nah, man, I got the Terror Squad and the Jackie Robinson joints, and I got an 11. Them joints ain't creased.
For real?
Yeah.
Yeah, I got the linens, and I wanted to get a 9.5 just to like be sure. I can't wear them for very long, because you're gonna have my feet looking like them Chinese women from back in the day.
Right. Yeah. LeBron feet.
Feet
You
looking
got
like
LeBron feet.
yeah, man.
Don't
like,
do it look like bread on your feet, man. Don't
Yeah,
say
man.
like-
You
but
know-
then go ahead.
But I noticed once I really start going and like wearing other brands, I didn't have to do the whole size down or size up because once I put my Sauconys on, I was like, oh, I ain't gotta worry about these creases. I can wear 9.5.
Yeah.
But you know, when I'm
Yeah.
dealing with my Nikes and my Jordans, I may go a size
Yeah,
down
you
just so
trying
they
to
don't
avoid
crease.
that.
Exactly.
Yeah, because that crease is deadly. You get a crease in a pair of Jordans, and that thing go across the whole entire shoe.
You can't help but to look at it. You can't help but to
Yeah.
look at
bro.
it.
Yeah, it's
Hey,
a deep one. It's a
you
deep
sit
one.
here like, bro, because like you gonna sit here because we know how to get the creases out, right? Stuff the toe, put the wet towel on, iron it. But you
Yeah.
gonna have shoes sitting because we so busy, like
Who gonna
we're
have
not gonna
time
mess
to
with
decompress a shoe? That's what we used to call
Yeah,
it. Who gonna
yeah,
decompress
yeah,
a
yeah.
shoe? Like you would go you go out Friday night, you ain't trying to decompress a shoe.
Nope.
Like I ain't trying to
Right.
like I'm talking about old school decompress, like scrub the
Yeah,
bottom.
yeah.
Make sure you
Mhm.
take the sock liner out to make sure they don't get, if there's got moisture, it gets true air. Febreze,
Yeah.
like you ain't, the true breakdown
Right.
of a shoe back in the day was like 30 minutes. At
Yeah.
least 15 at the minimum. That even if you was like, you looking, I'm talking about looking it over, like nobody wants to do that. Like I had to put my kids' shoes in the corner and be like, Sundays, y'all clean your joints up. Sunday.
Yeah.
Clean them up on Sunday.
Yeah.
I'll give you till Sunday.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nah, it's But I mean, as we talk about these other brands, and I mean it's a wonderful time to be part of sneakers. I mean, because every brand is in their bag. Is there a certain brand that you're watching for 2025?
I actually had 3 brands I'm watching this year.
Let's hear it.
Yeah, the first one is Reebok. Reebok has been on my radar since not only since the Shaq and AI thing, but I just love that again, showing my age, I've been collecting. I remember when Reebok was a force. I remember when Reebok, it was Nike and Reebok. It was that was it. That was all it was for us. This was 94, 95, 96, 97, that's all it was for me. So to be able to to see Reebok to be that different, to be the yin and the yang to the sneaker industry, because I never considered Adidas to be the yin and the yang of the sneaker industry. I've always considered Reebok to be the yin and the yang because they were so dramatically different, but in the same vein of just what they were trying to do. I mean, the athletes were significantly different. You had, the Jordan, and then you had the D Brown. You had the Shaq. And there's so many ways you could play that, and so I'm looking for Reebok. I'm trying to figure out what Adidas basketball is trying to do for the men's side. I'm watching from afar to watch it burn. Just because I just don't believe in it. I don't.
So you don't believe in like what AE's doing?
I knew it. I knew the AE conversation was coming up.
No.
Look. I'm gonna tell
my
you.
my hottest take up for 2025. I said on the show. I said that the AE2 will be a flop.
I seen multiple colorways of the A1 low, and I think they finna kill the hype by releasing so many pairs. It's like 8
I tell you why I say this. I tell you why I say that. Let me preface my comments, but when I say that, the reason why I say that, we do not give it in sneakernomics. We don't give passes for too long in the two. You sitting on we call that sitting on the pot. He's been sitting on that pot. Let's also break. I'm coming from a shoe angle as well.
Yeah.
What did they give you in that AE1? What is that shoe? Plastic and a carbon plate. That's all it gives you. There's no tech. There's nothing. They are selling you on appeal of the look, and it's comfortable to hoop in and to walk around hours.
There's some boost in there. I think there's some boost in there, right?
There's right at the heel, but it's not. Yeah. It ain't the boost. You know what I'm talking about? It ain't the boost, but there's no tech. So we don't get passes to any other. We've been giving them pass, and look what he just did. He just released 4 new pair that's coming out. He's gonna push this until June, July.
Oh no! I mean so that would be too long. If
That's
the first pair came out last January,
they already said that. They already said pairs are announced.
There's
to be
pairs
like
going to July. There's pairs.
So do we have a release date for the 2? That's my question.
Oh, we saw the 2.
I haven't seen it.
I think that picture. I think
that
I heard,
was the 2.
Jason
Tatum told y'all that was a lie. I believe if you see something for the first time, believe it until they prove you wrong. Jason Tatum played. We played this game with Jason Tatum. Jason said, "That ain't my shoe. I swear that's not my shoe." What was it? That was your shoe, sir. So you mean to tell me what did Adidas do when they dispelled it? They got rid of the natural way of doing it. But what did they do? They doubled down on the 1 because they wanted to distance themselves as far. Morgan, you've been you've seen these tea leaves. I'm just saying what we've seen before.
I want to believe.
I get that you want to believe. I do too.
I want to believe.
I do too. But the tea leaves don't lie.
I hear what you're saying. And one thing I will say is that the one thing that I think will make the AE2 flop was that the AE1 was so good. I think
that is fair. I will give.
Hard to follow up. That's what I said.
It's hard. I think it's gonna be hard to follow.
I will. Yes.
And I think that the sneaker community is in a space right now where we want to be cynical and we want to be like, oh, bro, these no matter what he puts out, it's either gonna be too much like the old one or not enough like the old one or just too different, right?
Mellow ball.
Yeah.
I'm just I'm reading the tea leaves. That's why I say the tea leaves is pointing.
Now, I will say those James Hardens look really good. James Harden has been on a tear. His last 3 shoes, the 9s, 8s, and the 7s, have looked incredible.
But you know the reason why those have been on a tear.
Why is that?
He don't care. He's a hooper. He don't care. He removed vanity. He said, "Give me a hooping shoe."
But they look good.
They look good.
But
exactly.
They look beautiful.
But he ain't got no vanity on that shoe. When you gonna see folks? I see hoopers wearing that shoe.
Yeah.
Hoopers wearing that shoe.
Hey, you gonna see me wearing the 8s with a pair of cargo pants?
I'm not mad at you. But I'm like he's carved out a heavy lane for Adidas basketball. Harden can do whatever the hell he wants. Harden in his own lane. He can't be touched.
Yeah.
That's my opinion. That's why, again, reading the tea leaves, he's not. They not. I'm telling you, they know what they. You saw that AE2. You already saw it. Everybody saw it. We all just y'all saw it. Like what? Y'all seen this? We played this game before, guys. We've seen this episode.
Well,
we gonna play this game? Cool. I'm gonna walk down this line with you then, because we didn't see this before.
Yeah,
we didn't see this before.
Yeah, didn't they do it with the Curry or not Adidas, but didn't Under Armour do it with the Currys? We got the
Yes.
first look at the Currys, and they were like they look like nurse shoes or whatever.
And he had them on, and then he turned around and had
Yeah.
them on at the presser, and they cooked it the whole summer. So what? That's come on,
They
man.
did
What we
cook
doing
them the
here?
whole summer.
I get the AE people. Y'all should be. I want y'all to defend it. He deserves to be defended. I want the best
Yeah.
for AE. This ain't no AE slander. This ain't no hot
Yeah.
take. This is like, I believe you. This is when people need to learn when they get a brand or they get a deal like this. They don't need to be complacent with just hitting the mark. They need to be looking at the elevation of not only their technology, but what they're doing to bring new people to the shoe. And that they've allowed Adidas, as normally as idiotic things they do, they've allowed him to be complacent for rightfully so,
Yeah.
and they're killing it. They're
But
killing it.
You know Adidas. I feel like Adidas got ADHD, bro, because they will push a model and then boom, it's gone. They drop it, right? Like they've had so many great. I've talked about this. I think I was talking about it with Seth, but like the ZX, right? Like they did real
Mike.
cool stuff with the ZX. Who was that with?
Mike from
Oh, that was last episode.
Yeah.
The one that drops this upcoming Friday, Mr. Miller. But like they do these really, really cool things, but then they just like, all right, boom, we did it, all good. You know what I'm saying? Like I think the young one had an interesting. They could have done something interesting with the young one.
Yeah, the
So
young
this
one
is-
was a hot one. I just think that you're right. I have to concur with what you just said. They do, they do have ADHD because I just watch them. I just really want them to just. They're just interesting to watch them burn. Just
When's the last time y'all saw an Aniki runner? Bro, when's the last time y'all saw one, bro? They used to be all over the Adidas wall at Foot
Yeah.
Locker finish
Yeah.
line. I haven't seen an Aniki runner since what?
I had to go to-
2016?
Man, I seen
2017?
one about 4 years ago in Branson. We was at an outlet,
Yeah.
and Buddy was
And
walking around in them, and I was like,
And it's like seeing some sock darts.
man, bro, like that age. But my last brand I'm looking for is Puma.
Yeah.
I'm very disappointed in Puma. And if you watch the show, you know I don't take it lightly on Puma. Because I think they don't know what they're doing. And it bothers me. I don't like when they don't know what they're doing. And I feel like they just kind of floated around and they made a lot of gambles. Not even smart gambles, just gambling for no reason. When they sucked up that whole rookie class, I was like, what are y'all doing? Y'all don't even have a rightful shoe to put up in play. Like, and so I'm watching them with Salehi taking over basketball. I'm like, I just gotta see this. I'm gonna buy
They got
a ticket.
Yeah, they got Halliburton on there, and you know, being a Pacers fan, I'm a big Tyrese Halliburton fan. But it's like, how marketable is Tyrese?
How much is this shoe? And his shoe
He doesn't have a shoe yet.
one.
He doesn't have one yet,
There
so he's playing in.
A Puma shoe that's supposed to be dropping. It's a basketball shoe, like $250.
I don't know.
I don't think that's Tyrese's.
Oh.
But like
think
they
so.
do, I think so. We can go back to 2018, 2017, whenever the Marvin Bagley shoe came out. I think that set him back a few years.
That whole rookie class did. They signed out of the top 12. They signed
8 and 2. They had DeAndre
signed,
Ayton.
but they signed that whole rookie class. They signed like 6 out of the top 16 or 12. They signed to Puma. Like they signed Knox. They signed.
Oh yeah, and
Remember
that
they
was a
signed
rookie
that
class
was
that was
whole
not good.
rookie class.
Yeah.
You remember? I was like, Puma. They got Ball ended up signing with him. I was like, bro, that whole rookie class was Puma.
Yeah,
He was just the only
But
one
like-
that was left standing.
Yeah,
Go ahead.
They're all the Puma all Nitro, $250. It's a new basketball shoe that dropped.
I think that's what Tyrese Halliburton's been playing in.
Yeah, that's what he's been playing. I don't think it's not a signature shoe though.
No,
yeah.
But they also signed like Johnny Furphy. Does anybody know who Johnny Furphy is other than Pacers fans or Kansas fans? Right? Like they signed Johnny Furphy, who's getting garbage minutes right now at the end of the Pacers bench. Nothing wrong with that, but like they have the LaMelo balls, but they've also got like Scotty Henderson. No,
Scoot.
Scotty Henderson. Who is Scotty Henderson? Scoot Henderson.
Yeah, you got the Scoot.
Yeah, they got Scoot.
Which the
They got
shape of
Scoot
his shoe,
Henderson.
the shape of that shoe is wrong.
Yeah,
Off the muscle,
it doesn't.
the shape of the shoe is wrong. Like that's what's killing that shoe is the shape of the shoe.
At All-Star Weekend last year, they had a beautiful activation for his sneaker. It was Cheetos, it was the hot Cheetos theme, and they had a little Cheetos truck. Yeah, and it was super cool. But
nobody know who he was.
Yeah, look, he walked right past.
Yeah,
me,
I
bro.
did. I know who it. Like I watched him in in high school.
Yeah,
Buddy can
a dog. He is a dog.
It's like, what happened? That's why I don't know what. Because if you watching the tape on him in high school, like I've seen Zion Williams play in high school.
Yeah, he was a grown man.
That's a man with boys.
Yeah.
So Scoot was hot. Like I don't know what's going on now. I don't know if it's a team, but that's not the same.
I think he just having. I think he just around. He's not in a winning culture out there in Portland.
I guess not, but man, I hate that for him because he is not like. I thought that was gonna be their Halliburton sign.
Yeah,
I really did.
Yeah.
I thought that was because I think for Puma, Halliburton was a good signing. But again, you're not prepared for him. And I'm tired of athletes taking the money and they're not prepared to continue their legacy. What is the point?
Do you feel like they got lucky with LaMelo?
Yeah, that was the luck of the draw. That was the luck of the draw. He knew that. Plus, he felt it was a perfect combination because he fell into the lap because he had already messed up the relationship. His brother and his daddy messed up the relationship with Nike. Adidas was in a position where they couldn't really do nothing with him and they didn't need the headache.
Yeah.
So by that time, he had space between that raid and now. So Puma was the rightfully so, and they had a perfect tech. Even coming off because Puma was the first one, the Nike Joyride with all them balls. Puma had it first.
Yeah.
Puma had it first. So they had that soft technology in that NB1, which I think was still a highlight of that year dropping. I think the NB1 was amazing. I have that Galaxy pair.
Yeah.
And they got it right. That's their only best move. But now the thing is they failed him again. Because the 2 was horrible. Yeah,
that's outside of my scope of like what I'm looking at. Just the performance basketball shoes on that end. Like if I can't wear them with cargo pants or whatever, I kind of don't look at them. And I can tell you that Adidas, like the Adidas, like the AE1 and the Harden 8. Are the 2 performance basketball shoes that dropped in 2024 that I think look great casually. Before that, I mean, I was wearing LeBrons, right? Like I could wear the LeBron 10, the LeBron 9 casually. I think that, and we talked about this with how Nike basketball is going. I think that. I feel like the sneaker brands should go back to like, hey, this is a great performance sneaker, but throw these on with a fit. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not wearing no Tatum's out on a date. I'm not doing it.
You give me them PE ones that the UNC team is wearing. I'm rocking them joints.
Oh yeah,
I'm rocking them. I want them. Give me them all pink of them UNC joints. I'm rocking them JE.
Yeah.
The only thing that's really caught my eye from Puma has been the shoe they used for the ASAP collaboration and that Inverse, which was
which outside of basketball.
Yeah,
The Inhale, what's it called?
I think so.
Inhale?
Yo, you talking about the ASAP
Fire.
collaboration? Yeah, and the
Yes.
inverse. I like the inverse too. The AI created one, AI
Yeah.
generated one.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what I mean. If I was to grab something from Puma, it's gonna be one of those. It's
Yeah,
one of those.
I
Yeah.
would
One of
love to
those two.
see. Those are the brands that I have, like that I just want to keep my own. I'm not rooting. If you ask me if I'm rooting for any of them, I'm not. I just want to. I just really want. I
Want to see what they're gonna do.
I just want to see what y'all do because I think they're
Yeah.
interested. If one of them, if I was a betting man, I'm putting my money on Reebok.
Oh, yeah.
If I'm betting, if
Yeah.
I'm a betting man.
Mm-hmm.
But that's why I said it was at the top. But all three of them really got my attention for this year.
Yeah.
Yeah, I could say the last thing I'll say about Reebok, but they were in that CrossFit space for so long, and now that they're coming back, I mean, they gave us Michael Chang's last year. They gave us
Man,
Emmett
folks,
Smith.
they had some
folks, man, I need folks to understand that Michael changed. Like that's when that's 91, 92.
I think it was 91. It was a
Yeah.
91.
I'm like, bro, y'all don't understand. That's when listen, dog, I used to sit. I'm sorry, but I used to sit and watch tennis, bro. Like that was that was entertainment. That was like battling, like to watch that. And so when
It's like
my boy hit me with that he was like, bro, you see the chains drop? I said, what?
Yeah.
I didn't know. I didn't know. I was like, how y'all didn't tell me?
Yeah, it's tennis. I mean, tennis is like non-violent boxing.
It is, man. It is.
That's how I take it. It's like non-violent boxing.
Man, no Michael Chain. Good call out on that one. Good call out because that Michael Chain was that's memories, dog. That's memories. That's so like earlier what I said is like Nike and Reebok has always been the true yin yang.
Yeah.
Those are the
Reebok
court,
fell off for a minute.
Court victory.
Victory court, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, it's like the pump style, right?
Yep.
Yeah, not a fan, but
Reebok,
hey,
man, Reebok has some dark days, bro.
Nostalgic,
man.
Yeah. Like, that was you, man. He was even the tournament, his run. Like you remember that outfit, like aesthetically how he rocked his. Like I mean, tennis was fashion and sneakers all wrapped in one before anything. You know, that's why it was just you know. But the ladies have taken over more than the men. But now, like back in the day, that was
Yeah, it's trying to make a little comeback. Tennis is trying to make a little comeback as far as like into the cool fashion space, being cool.
Yeah.
Especially with we got some Americans who are kind of making some noise. So
I like it.
when American tennis is good, bro, like tennis is cool.
Yeah.
Right. American tennis has to be cool for tennis to be cool.
I'm all for it.
Yeah, I like it. But last question. We've talked about some classes, we talked about some retros, we talked about some OGs. Is there a pair that you have in mind that hasn't re-released that you feel should be released again?
Yeah, I've got 3 pair that I would love to see. The first is two of them. So we have not had. Again, I'm gonna show my age, but I want to see the Jordan 6. The black varsity and varsity.
Yes.
Just to what I just said. I said varsity and black varsity. Them 2 different colorways. So I want a true, not that pink, not the infrared bullshit.
We just talked about that.
We don't want to talk about. I'm not dealing with that. Everybody like, I want the infrared 6s. That means you got a little bit of pink on it. We need that varsity red. That listen to me. Varsity red or black varsity 6. We have not had a proper varsity red 6 that don't even sniff. That last pair y'all gave us with the Nike Air, that was close, and I got them painted and they look good. Thank y'all to everybody. I think them some real ones. But no, y'all still slipping, or at least give us the sample infrared pair. Like if you're gonna do some reimagine, some re-release, give us the OG sampled infrared with the more red on the bottom. Just saying, Nike. This is something that I really want to complete. I'm all about the chlorophyll colorway is in the Nike Trainer 1 is my all-time favorite shoe. It's my if it started my journey on just my love of sneakers. The only shoe that I'm kind of lacking is the Nike Air Max Maximum One Plus. I
Wow.
need that shoe. It's
I gotta look that one up.
it's a trainer ND. It's called it looks like an Air Max One bottom with a Nike with a trainer one. What looks like it's got the trainer one silhouette, but it's called the Nike Air Max Maximum One Plus. Yeah, it's one I just need to complete my my journey of completing like all the anything that's a chlorophyll.
Chlorophyll.
So I need that one. Did y'all see it? I don't know if I need to pull it up.
Man, that's a long name, bro.
I know. All I keep on getting is for some reason, I want to put plus on there, and I just keep on getting Air Max Plus.
Here, I'm finna show it to you. Here, I'll
Air
show
Max Maximum One Plus. I'm gonna take out chlorophyll.
Yeah,
so there's a plus in it. I ain't think it was plus.
Yeah, there's a 1 plus. Yeah, it's a 1 plus.
Oh, one plus. Okay.
So this is what it looks like. All right, I saw it.
Okay, I'm with you. Oh, it's got like you just said, it's got the Air Max One bottom.
It's maximum, yeah. The 1 plus trainer. That's the one I need for. I need that one. It's something I saw like years ago. A friend of mine pointed them out. He saw some dude running in them. They would beat the hell, and he was like, "Ain't these the shoes, the colorway you love?" And I was like, so I need if I can pull something out just to complete my chlorophyll or my Nike Trainer One, because I love anything that's a Trainer One. So like I got the Air Max One that's a Trainer One. I got the SB Dunk that's a Trainer One. So if I can get that one, I would love to have. And then my last one would be the Mellow Twos. I just think that's always been one of my favorite joints. And my friend of mine he bought some most recently, and he texted me today and said he took about 15 steps and he think they coming apart. I said,
"Oh no!" Oh, no.
I think, what were you expecting? Like that was a prop shoe.
Didn't we get ours? Didn't we get another pair in 2017, 18?
I can't
Mellow
remember.
Twos, right?
Yeah, that's come on,
Nugget colorway.
The Nugget colorway, the Jordan 2.
Yeah.
I need.
We got another one in 2018.
Yeah, I need.
Might not look like the pair that
I want
originally.
the box. I want the box. I want the paper. I want the car. I want everything. Because I got those 12s. So I was like, and I got the 13s. If y'all remember that colorway from, I got the 12s and the 13s. Well, UNC wore 13s, but I got those. From that time.
Nah. I definitely. The Mellow 12s is something that I seen earlier, really searching in shoes and sneakers and stuff, and I was like, I gotta get those one day. And we seen multiple pairs released after that really wasn't the Mellow 12s. But
you better
these
check
are supposed to be the Mellow 12s.
That jump man will tell you if it's real or not. That jump man is a tell of the tape. If you see that jump man, if it's not aged, all that around that time, it's just like when people was like, man, how you tell if it's real or not, or it's been around there? It's like the Grey Toe 13s. I was like, bro, if that ain't bleeding, bro, them joints probably ain't real. I don't know nobody that don't have like. That's the first, like, that's gonna bleed, bro. That's gonna bleed. I be like, I'm fit. I got mine over there. They bleeding. Like, that's the sign of the times, man.
That's gonna be the story of the Carmines that recently released. If your midsoles ain't pink, man, they probably ain't real.
Yeah, that
had an issue with the latest one, the one that in 2019, I believe.
2019, yeah. I actually got a good pair, and I didn't go through many. My shop was pulling them out because they was pulling, they was just pulling them out. And I don't even wear that pair because I got the ones that came out couple years before that one. So I got those.
Yeah, 2014. I got that pair too. What pair would you want to see come back?
Man, I haven't even gave
That's a good question, man.
I haven't even gave it any thought.
I can make an endless list of stuff I can want. Yeah,
I want to see the Ben collection.
The Ben collection,
23, yes. Ben 23 collection. I would love to
See,
see
that's
that.
these are the only two things that are off limit for me are Ben collections and anything that's a 16, 17, or 18. Those are off limits for me. I don't want to see none of
Why?
those come out.
Why
Why
don't
not?
you want to see any 16s, 17s, 18s?
It's a disrespectful error. Listen, when that shoe came out, when those
Mhm.
shoes came out, those shoes was $200 and it was cool. The fact that they charging you $300 and not giving you everything that comes with it, that's a problem for me.
Yes,
Yeah.
sir.
That's a problem
Okay.
for me. For as a
I get it.
person that I got
I
receipts,
get it.
but
Yeah.
when I'm not speaking for somebody that was
No, no.
near it. I got receipts from that generation. I only have one pair of 16s that's wearable.
Mhm.
Okay. I got receipts.
Mm-hmm.
Listen, if anybody got 16, 17, 18s from that time, what was you doing? Because we was playing and hooping in them shoes. That's when Jordan was back. I don't know nobody
Yeah.
that wasn't around that time that wasn't hooping in that shoe.
Yeah.
So when I say that was an intimate time for collectors, I'm standing up for why when we got to see Jordan come back. We got to see the GOAT come down from Mount greatness and come down and hoop again. Well, I know he wasn't that person that he was before, but all those shoes that was releasing, he played in them. That was our
Yeah.
time to
Yeah.
enjoy Mike. That was our time to see him again, even if it was in the last bit of his greatness. And so now
Yeah.
it's being pimped and being drug out to people saying, "Oh, that's my favorite shoe." No, it wasn't. We say in our community, if that was our favorite shoe, what do we have behind us? Our favorite shoes. So nobody can tell me if they want to say 16, 17s, 18s is their favorite shoe. I'm gonna call them out. I say, where are they at? Because if that's your favorite shoe game, don't you have a lot of your favorite shoes? Those shoes have been widely available. So
Yeah.
so I don't want to see that generation not appreciate the greatness of Michael Jordan. No, y'all didn't appreciate that time with the nets and the CDs and the packages. Y'all didn't appreciate that. Y'all weren't around then, and now you don't appreciate it. So now
Yeah.
it's just it's a statement that, oh, look what I paid for. No, that's not what it was about during that time. There was a clear-cut fans of Jordan during that time. So no, I don't want to see no 16, 17s or 18. No. Mm-mm.
So
There's
flex.
there's
Flex.
a pair of 22s with the basketball material that I've been searching. Ever since I seen that pair, I gotta have them.
Go.
I gotta have them.
Go for him. Go for him. But if
I
you
gotta have
Flex
want to see
doesn't
him
like
again,
Flex doesn't like Jordan. Flex doesn't like Michael Jordan.
I mean, look, no, I ain't gonna say I don't like Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan is, great, the greatest. But I don't have that connection with Michael Jordan.
Yeah,
I didn't
I
grow up
understand
watching.
that.
I did. So I know to be in that time is different. I
Yep.
know it is. I know it's to actually
I
watch the
understand.
greatness at work is different. So
To see it live
I
and then
don't.
to see it recorded or see it, you
Yeah.
seeing it from a comparison standpoint versus
Yeah.
I got to see him play twice.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? I
Yeah.
got to see the tail end of Magic. You know what I'm saying? So my appreciation and just like with sneaker collecting, 3 generations of seeing a sneaker collecting, and now I'm passing it up to my kids.
Mm-hmm.
That's humbling. You know,
Yeah.
that's humbling because I didn't seen I had to sit there. It was hard for me to think of your first question because I'm like, well, shit, I treat this like my first love. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
When you want me to tell you about my first love, I don't know.
Yeah, and I feel that.
Yeah. I would like, so since Nike seems to be in the habit of opening up their vaults and re-releasing people's grails, I would love for the Patapera Cherry Wood Air Max 1 to come back out. And then just listen to all the sneaker nerds talk about how, oh, this is a travesty that Nike is opening up the vault and, these should remain sacred and all this other stuff. And I got the chlorophyll, I got the Patapera chlorophyll Air Max
Yeah.
ones, and I was very excited for those. So I would love for them to do it another time and let me get the Cherry Woods. So that I would love for those to come back out.
Nice selection. Nice.
I like it.
Yep.
So let's get into our showcase shoe. Mr. Miller, you got something you want to showcase?
How many you want?
How many you got? How many you got?
What's this? I got a five clip for you. I'll do
All
something a
right.
little. I show off me of who I am.
Yeah,
So
let's see.
the first
Go.
one I'm gonna show off is you always say you don't see this a lot.
Mhm.
So this is a shoe that you probably don't see a lot. I was confirmed the first person to actually put this on social media. I was the first person to have it. I got
Okay.
this shoe by way of a FedEx truck falling off. I ain't gonna lie to you, that's how I got it. And I won it off eBay because my homeboy knew the dude and somehow was just like, bro, I think this is what you're looking for, and it was. So
Mhm.
these are the Nike Victor Cruz Red October shoe that was not released. They were pulled from
Mm-hmm.
East Bay, but they
Mhm.
fell off. So I was able to get my hands on this pair. This was pulled around the same time when they was trying to Nike, if you remember, it was right after the Kanye fallout. They was pulling everything that was Red October. Anything that looked like it, they was like, kill it, kill it, kill it, kill it, kill it, kill it, kill
Yeah.
it, kill it. And this hit the block, and they was like, no. So this is one of my holy grails that I do not wear but like twice a year. But for my trainers,
Yeah.
this right here is my baby. My baby.
I like it. I like
So
it.
Yep.
my next one is a custom because y'all I call myself Mac Miller. I love the Mac attacks. Y'all already know what time it is when it comes to those. So this was a custom pair I had made by the wonderful Juan Wilson. This was a Mac Attack Chicago. I really love this shoe. Anytime I pull this out, people always stop and like, it just don't look right, and they think it's an 8. One dude was like, he thought it was an 85, and I was like, bro, this ain't no 85. It's a Mac Attack custom. So I have just about every single pair of the Mac Attacks. This was a custom made pair. Big shout out to Juan Wilson for that pair. So
I feel like they could have done more with that shoe. They did a lot with it. They did a lot with the Mac Attack. I felt like we could have done a little bit more.
yeah. So this is a part of. I'm a nerd. If anybody doesn't know me, I'm a nerd. I'm a comic book nerd. I love Star Wars. I'm a nerd. So anybody says I'm not a nerd, I think dunks are rite of passage shoes. I'm not a dunk person. I was raised by the older people. I was raised by the elders, and like dunks were coveted. You had to be in that lane. You had to be ingratiated in that lane. If you just didn't have it, the same thing happened with the Air Force Ones. If you weren't in it, don't try to jump into it. So I don't have that many dunks, but when I do, I got something always attached to me. So I have the Star Wars pack for the dunks. So that's gonna be everybody knows the Boba Fett.
Mhm.
And then of course you got probably one everybody loves and sees first is gonna be the Jedi.
Yeah.
But the Holy Grail is gonna be the Tatooine. Is gonna be that one as well. So this is one big shout out to a friend of mine hooked me up with these. Matter of fact, I ended up getting the Masters in. I think I said it earlier, but I got the Masters, the Nike Wear Mat. I got these off him too. He was downsizing, so I got these off these too. So he knew I was looking for the pack, so he helped me complete the pack. So those are my.
That's
so
one-
anybody that says I'm a nerd,
hell of a pack to complete.
I'm a nerd. I'm a
That is
nerd.
one hell of a pack to complete.
This is I've won 3. I've been blessed enough to go to sneaker shows locally, and I've won 3 years in a row. This will be my last year was my last year. I can't compete. I'm not competing no more. But I won. I'll show you what I won in. This is one of 223. This is the Jordan 5 Trophy Room 5. This is one of 223 made. Comes in a little dust bag, but I won this was one I had. Boy, if I tell you a story how I got this one, it's
He got backdoored.
nah.
You put on mayor, do you?
Nah.
walked out.
This was a sign and trade. This was a big boy transaction. That's what I call it.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
It was a big boy transaction. So my last two are gonna be something. Is one of the first time when I really started and really got back into it, and I looked for this shoe and I waited. And it was my first of one many times paying over $1,000. Is gonna be my DB4.
Oh,
I got these.
Oh yeah.
I got these dead stock for $1,000.
Man is
Um,
throwing haymakers.
yeah, it's one of my first big ones as a dad and as a father of two. They call me Super Dad, and it was when I first year my son turned 1. That was our thing. He was Superman, I was Super Dad, and I had these on, so these are very sentimental to me.
I
Still
like it. I
wearable and
like it.
everything. So, and my
Yeah.
last one is big shout out to I love PJ Tucker, man. I miss it. I hate he ain't playing, but I was fortunate enough to be seated on one of his planes, so I got that Flight 89 that I love.
Yeah.
So I ended up getting one of these. So this is probably one of my favorite shoes, and the detail it's crazy.
Yeah.
So that's what I got for you, man. That's a little 5-piece,
Dope, man.
little
Uh,
couple pieces in a
I don't,
pack.
I don't even want to show my shoe no more, man.
I don't even want to show mine either.
You know I like to have fun.
Yeah. So what I brought in today is it is a SB. Well, not yes, SB.
Ooh, yeah.
These are the Sheep and Wolf clothing. A collaboration with Nike and Black Sheep. Like I've always said, I live near. I've always been around Black Sheep skateboarding shop here in North
Beautiful
Carolina.
shoe.
But yeah, man, I've always loved that the wolf in the inside with the Nike swoosh as the eye. These are actually for the collaboration, but you only had to get these. Only came in a special box, and I bought these separately. So the wolf fangs and the laces came from fully laced. But yeah,
Beautiful pair.
this and there's actually some reveal. It's like the wolf teeth here, but I haven't worn mine enough
I've seen those, and I've seen that in the
that.
hand. That's a beautiful shoe. That's
Yeah,
when
yeah, I absolutely.
SB was in a bag.
Yeah, man. This is when I could reserve shoes. I could call it and be like, "Hey, man, hold this shoe for me." And then we had a chunky donkey era, and then ain't nothing ever been the
And then
same.
we were cooked.
Yeah,
Yep.
nothing ever been the same.
Ain't nothing been the same on Dust since that shoe.
It's hard to compete with either one of your guys.
What you
talking about, man? It's all fun, baby.
Yeah, what you got?
We got,
What you got?
No, everything's a competition around here.
Yeah,
Whether Flex knows it or not. I have what I think is one of the most slept on. Like we talk about really like slept on sneakers of 2024, the Air Max Portal. Much like the Sunders, this is a women's release,
I was gonna
but
say,
it comes in
I remember that body had changed because that's why I remember that it's that middle part of that shoe. That's the only thing I remember about that shoe.
Yeah. Yep.
Yep.
And it is a comfortable shoe. But this sneaker was so slept on. I got it on ASOS. Daggone ASOS, bro.
Love
for like $75, man, $75, bro. Like
can't pass that
this
up.
is a right, and I really like this sneaker. I like the shape of it. It does have like how do I explain it? Like the look of it is very. I mean, there is like a little bit of a feminine look,
shoe. But it looks very appealing just by. That's the one thing that I loved about Nike in that era around that time was they was making soles that was appealing, like that. That whole the way they played with the air bubble generation and making it seen, not seen, and the way they shaped it, like that. The dimensional look of that bubble looks like it's a full body cushion, and it probably the cushion ain't nothing but this big. You know, I love that shoe where they put the essence of the 95 and cape it with the mud guard. Like, man, this is when, like, man, you got to appreciate shoes around this time, baby.
Yeah.
You got to appreciate shoes. You got to sit there and look at it like a piece of art, baby. Do you see the way that's this curve? You see the way the bubble looks?
And like that's what really put me onto this sneaker was this air bubble back here, just how the sole looks. But like you can tell, like if I say like, oh yeah, this is a women's shoe that came in extended sizing, it's kind of like Prince, where it's like, all right, there's a little bit of femininity, but it's also masculine. You know what I mean?
But I think that's one of the things where that was one of the shoes, Morgan, that helped me learn about what was separating women's shoes and men's shoes around that time. Was those the subtle things like that is what Nike's still using to this day. when it
Yeah.
comes to separating those shoes. You can brands aren't doing that. You see that with New Balance. You don't really see, you know, their models kind of stay the same, women or men's.
Yeah.
But when you see Nike around that time and with that, I mean, you see that with that shoe, that's what they were giving that just that middle part was that, okay, that's a women's shoe. But you wouldn't, how many people gonna be like, that's a women's shoe? Like nobody's gonna know the nuance of that, of like that being, if you wouldn't have said that, nobody's gonna be like, Morgan, you pulled out a woman. Like ain't nobody gonna do nuances of that.
Yeah, it's like
that's a great shoe,
the Sunder.
Yeah.
Thank you, bro. It's like the Sunder, because the Sunder came in, like those first few releases, they came in women's sizing.
Yeah.
And so the one, I mean, I think we're past the point of where people are like, oh, it's a woman's shoe, so I'm not buying it, even though they're making a 14.5 women's.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But like I remember for a long time, people wouldn't buy a sneaker just because it came in women's sizing. Yeah, now it's like boom, Sunders, they all came in women's sizes.
You saw them blow it off the door when they remember the 12s, the pink 12s.
Yep.
Yeah,
when they did that, you remember that?
And
you remember those 12s
and
folks was
and then
like,
those hot lava 4s.
They were wearing Victoria's Secret
draws.
Nah.
Oh.
They're wearing the Victoria's Secret tracksuit. That man said draws. You crazy, bro. Nah, but Mr. Miller, we appreciate you hopping on, man. We appreciate you taking time out to come on here, talk sneakers with the Soul Brothers. Is there any closing remarks you have?
Yeah, I do, man. You can find your boy at Mr.Miller1 on IG, Twitter, Blue Sky. You can whatever the case may be, but you can find
Blue Sky. Hey, yeah, we only Flex don't like me getting political, but we only rocking with Blue Sky.
We getting on Red Note too.
Hey man, you can find me on our platforms. I'm Mr.Miller1, man. If you could check your boy out, man, I appreciate it, man. We have a show on Wednesday nights, If the Shoe Fits, with two beautiful people on Wednesday night, 7 p.m. Central Standard Time that we doing. We've got some merch coming out. I'm going to be launching this year my Essential Fathers brand. I've been working on this brand for 3 years. It's something I put a lot of mental and pain and love and everything into, that I really want to give to you all, to my people that's followed me and known that I've done this Kicks and Fatherhood for almost 12 years straight. I've been collecting with my kids, and that's not a flex right there. That's a badge of honor that I'm passing the torch down to these kids, and I'm showing them like it's not about the shoes don't make you cool, young man. It's the man that's in them, and I appreciate with regardless of what happens. I hope that I get people support when I launch it, man, because I put my heart into it. You know how it is when you put your heart into something. So I appreciate it. I'm taking my time with it. But it's coming out this year. But you can find me on our platforms, man, and coming to a podcast near you, motivated by these two amazing gentlemen, man. I just want to say I appreciate it, man. Y'all, man. Y'all keep doing y'all things, man. I'm so proud of y'all to know where I met y'all from. And to know that I've interviewed you both and have man, I wish y'all nothing but the best. Whatever y'all need help with, whatever y'all do, man, I'll share it. Y'all are two amazing people. Y'all are two amazing collectors. Y'all are some real collectors, man. I'm appreciative to know y'all, to get that follow back and get y'all support and welcome me onto this platform. I wish y'all nothing but the best in 2025. Y'all are a great pair, great individuals, great men, great future husbands, fathers, all that, man. Sneakerheads above them all else, but much respect for me.
Appreciate it, man.
I think I might say that for the intro. I was
Hey, we clipping that.
Hey, we about to get to that,
man. I need y'all to understand, man, how man, I'm older, so I appreciate seeing people like do something they love, like to say, fuck it, it's my way. Like it's our way. You know what I'm saying? Like Morgan, you gained so much respect when people was throwing stones at you for nothing. You was like, bro, you sitting on tour. You could have easily said, I need y'all to understand. My old school Mac Miller days, we would have laid y'all out. We would have told y'all, dog, you got 25 pairs. You can't even touch my kids. Like, that's why we would have talked to you back in the day. But you stood there and was like, y'all finna teach y'all about this. the fact that you will never get the credit you deserve for that, that's and I know I'm telling you, you deserve that because you turned a lot of people's heads to brands that they probably wouldn't even have done it. That's something you need to don't let Rise TikTok go away. You hold that shit. I know it.
Appreciate it, man.
Real talk. The fuck folk, man. This the real man. People don't look at people as watching people grow and expand and like, why can't we help each other? Why can't we work together?
Right.
Like this is a monumental moment for y'all, man. And to get that text when Flex hit me and I had him on the show, I was hyped. I told my crew, I was like, yo, I got this guy, Young Gunner. He's coming. Like, I've been rocking with him. And then when y'all invited me on to be getting this opportunity, dog, I need y'all to understand, I don't take this shit lightly. I ain't no big person. Like, if people look at me like Big Miller, like, bro, I'm an old man in a basement collecting shoes. That's how I see myself, man. My kids are more famous than me in the city. Like, I don't care. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But man, I'm gonna give y'all much respect, man. Anything y'all need,
appreciate it, man.
Y'all got my support.
I appreciate it. Thank you so much. Thank you so much,
man. Anything you need from the Soul Brothers as a
man, I'm gonna need y'all help me in my podcast, bro. I don't know what I'm doing, bro. Y'all gotta guide you, boy. I'm an old man. Y'all can be like, oh, y'all fucking old man Miller out. Yeah, y'all gotta help me.
Nah, Mr. Miller. I'm gonna be real.
I'm gonna set you up with a phone call for
Morgan. Call, bro. What time I need, Morgan? What time? I stay until 1:00. What I need?
Morgan didn't even know we were paying for the software. Bro said, look at us, we're on the free software. I'm like, no, brother. That is coming out. That's coming out my account every month, buddy. No, sir.
Look, hey, I'm gonna tell you this, Mr. Miller. We don't know what we're doing either, but we will tell you what we do know. All right, we're not gatekeeping anything, but we still winging this as we go, man.
I want to learn, man. That's even y'all just telling where y'all at. Like, you understand, just that first step is encouragement for me so I can do it, man. Y'all don't understand that for real. Like, y'all just doing this. Yeah. You don't see the cracks. Like, when I watch the show, that shit was professional. I'm like, damn, man, I didn't do that shit, bro. That shit dope. I'm catching up this year. I'm coming.
Yeah. We just been going one step ahead of the other, man.
Yeah.
Like, and what number episode is this, Flex?
57.
Do you know?
57.
Damn, bro.
50. I mean, all we do, we
57.
record and we put out, and we record and we, you know what I'm
Keep
saying?
doing it, man.
We've put out some stinkers, I think, and we've put out some really, really good ones.
Content is content, baby. You showed up and press record, and then you hit send and send it. That's the thing. I didn't even do it. Like, some people got loads of stuff, don't do it. You did it.
Yeah.
I mean, that's just how we got here. That's the only secret I have, is that we just
kept
do
going.
it, right? Like,
kept going.
And Flex knows, like, there are days where I don't feel like recording, and
do I know.
But once I get on and the lights are on and the camera's on,
that's why I call him the talent, man. He always shows up.
Yeah.
Look, I appreciate
lights
that.
Lights is bright, baby. Lights is bright.
It's just, you know, I think it helps to remind ourselves that we're talking about what we love and how privileged we are to do that. So,
yeah, man,
absolutely.
We just showing what we love, man. Like, we just, you know, it's not a flex to see, you know, how many shoes you got. It's just, man, just enjoy the journey. People want to rush to the finish line. I'm like, bro, believe me, when you get close to that finish line, as I am getting, it puts things in perspective. Like, it really does. Like, I need people to understand, like, it's not a marathon. Like, it's not a sprint. It's a marathon. And people thinking I can rush to get something early. I'm almost close to the finish line. I'm like, dog, I need you to understand.
You was overspent.
Yeah, you might want to. Yeah. When you get to that finish line, then come talk to me. When you've been 30 years and 20 years, and you start to see some shit, and come talk to me then. Like, talk to me.
Yeah.
Then. Let's see how many pairs you come back in 20, 30 years, and if you got your kids with you. That's a badge of honor for me.
Yeah, that's what I said, man. That's a badge, man. 30 years. That's a badge.
My kids ain't missed a beat. Like, I'm sorry, I've been putting in work with my kids. How many folks y'all know do that with their kids?
Yeah. Yep.
I'll wait.
Yep. Exactly.
I like it. I like it. I like it. But yeah, man. As I said, Mr. Miller, we appreciate you hopping
Nah,
on.
no doubt.
Great conversations. But as I always say, guys, love, peace, and sneakers.
Peace.
Rich nigga room, so much soul, about to bust out the room. All different flavors, way more than 32. From me these shoes, you can't match with these dudes. Nike Reeboks, about to sock the knees. Golden Goose is on, dude.